Hello everybody, my name is Pixie People. If you're wondering why I didn't record that much before the other video, plus, one, I was on vacation, two, I was sick for the 2 days I was back. Well, anyways, let's get right into it. So, we continue our story right where we left off. Deku crushing the Aizawa's strength test. You're just gonna head out now. Well, that is until someone taps him on the shoulder. Deku turns around, slowly, to see it's Todoroki. Obviously, he doesn't know who he is, but we know who he is. So, Todoroki introduces himself, asking him if they want to get dinner. Are you, this is Deku, by the way, asking me on a date. And Todoroki hits him with this plain face, like, you do not have that much riz, bro. Chill. He just wants to have a talk. And Deku says, well, here's my number. Text me when you want to go do that, okay? Nah, bro, you got like no risk at all. That's Todoroki's entire dialogue in his head. Okay. He grabs the phone number, types it in, then throws it in the trash. And then Deku just leaves. Alright. So Deku just lays in bed and goes to sleep. Next day, he gets ready and goes to school. He puts on his clothes, he puts on his hero costume. This time, instead of not only having his hands ice, he makes his entire face ice. And makes his hair spike up like icicles. And so Deku then jogs uh, towards Todoroki, see how he's doing. And Todoroki looks at him like, okay. There's just Deku and him talking. Well, it's just mostly Deku talking, Todoroki just nodding or disagreeing by nodding, not nodding, I don't know, shaking his head, nodding, giving him like eye expression, basically not speaking. And they just sit there while Deku just talks a lot, while Todoroki just sits there. That is until Suyu brings up who the strongest is. Deku immediately just says it's Todoroki. No questions asked. And Todoroki looks at him like, how do you know that? And Deku sees this face and says, well, you have my only weaknesses, which is fire, and... Well, yeah, fire, man. I can't really counter that, can I? But Suyu then counters Deku by saying, well, he also has an ice side, so his fire side is a little less stronger than his ice side. What gives you that assumption, Suyu? I don't know, it just looks like he uses it more. Proceeds to look towards Deku. Then Deku looks towards Todoroki again, then realizing his entire eyesight is... His entire, I think, left side... His entire left side is ice. Deku's like, size, like... Now I see why. And then Deku just lays back and takes a nap. Alright, they get there, and, well... Nothing really happens. They just walk in, chill. I think the black hole lady then explains how quirks can be dangerous. Deku immediately knows, well, yeah, dude, I almost froze Bakugo's arm off and he almost got hypothermia. It's a very fond memory of Deku's. I'm kidding, it's not. He's just saying that. Alright, so, right after that, a black hole. Uh, Teleports some villains. A guy, for some reason, having eyes all over him and looks like a ribbon. A rock guy. And a fat pig. I'm like, nah, this boy's chunky. They was like, damn, bro, who brought out these B-listers, bro? Not these B-listers, man. These F tier. And so, right after that, Deku, good job, Frost. Never mind. Sorry. Deku then goes towards the steps. As until Aizawa just beels right past him, so Deku just steps back, walks back to the class, knowing damn well Aizawa's gonna clap him up. And then he sits next to Todoroki, which is actually gonna change the timeline a lot. And then they all teleport, with Deku teleporting with Todoroki, Invisible Girl. That's it. Luckily, Bako was next to see you in Mineta this time, so they were fine. If you're wondering why, explosions. They're fine. They're fine, by the way. They live, if you're wondering. So Deku drops, immediately just covers the ground in ice, and then just takes out every villain that tried to get him. There was like five about to smack his head in. Todoroki then lands after, making a cool spin with his fire, and then just shooting a giant iceberg on one of the villains. Not one of them, like, let's say like 20. Basically, it's just Todoroki and Deku just destroying these villains. Deku freezing a guy, throwing it to Todoroki, Todoroki unfreezing the guy, and Deku getting an ice clock on the guy's mouth. Basically, him giving him freezer burn. And I got like spins, and then Deku and Todoroki wind up a fire fist and an ice fist and just glock the guy in the gut and knocks him out. And then Deku completely and utterly destroys, by the way. Todoroki and Deku just destroyed them, not even realizing the invisible girl was right behind them, and Deku almost iced her, actually. And, Deku is sorry, because she gets really mad at him for almost icing her. And then he has a weird thought in his head. You're just wearing gloves and shoes. And Deku's eyes, like, dilate uh, in disgust. Because, like, put some damn clothes on, lady. You are a minor. But anyways, Deku does that, and then just leaves, with Todoroki following him, because he doesn't know what else to do. And then Toru, like, yells after them to tell him to where they're going. Deku just tells you to go back to the stairs. You're invisible, right? Hmm. And then she, like, looks at herself. Correct. Then she heads out, with Todoroki and Deku just stomping down the rocks. They have a nice walk. And then Todoroki saves All Might from getting his spine crushed. Basically, they arrive when... Alright, let me tell... Okay. Yeah, you know when they arrive. When All Might was getting his ribs spine rearranged by the Nomu, like stabbing into him. And then Deku just blitzes the Shigaraki before the Nomu can react. Because, you know, it's still regenerating, and it can't. Well, it tried to move, but it just fell on its ass. And then Deku got a freaking wombo combo off Shigaraki before he got teleported up in the freaking sky. Like, he's so high in this kite that he's above cloud level. He's slightly floating, so he just chills there for a bit. And he slaps his hands down and starts gliding towards the ground. Let's just say keep his barely up there, so time was a bit different in space. So basically now we're on the part where All Might is about to get into realize that he can just one-shot the Nomu with a Mega Punch. But Deku just flies right into the Nomu's stomach and then ices it entirely, and then blows up the Nomu. And the Nomu just doesn't regenerate. It can't. Its nerves are frozen solid, so it can't really move. And then Deku just says, and then brushes off some mucus and blood. Well, well, there you go, All Might, and just leaves. Alright, how are we doing on time? Never mind. We're doing great. Well, that's where I'm going to leave things right now. Like, subscribe, hit the post notification bell. All those help me get popular on YouTube, which I would like, and I would like to see us, the community of Pigsy people, to get to the 50 subscribers. Well, see y'all.